Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm Angela from artorai.com. I was very excited to make this video because I've got a fantastic craft haul from Altenew which I want to show you now. So I've got this big box here. I'm going to open it up and show you what I have in. Right, so because I spent so much at Altenew, I ended up getting two free gifts. The first one is these fine liner pens. You can see those there. They'll come in handy. And the second free gift was these patent petals layering stencils. I'm really excited to try those. Yeah, they look really nice. I also bought these stamp conditioning eraser set. So this is for when you get new stamps and they sometimes come with a bit of residue off straight from the factory, and these just take off the residue so you can stamp without any beading of the ink or anything on top, which is what happens sometimes with your dye inks. So I've seen this used in a few videos. This is the Lilypad Dreams bundle. It's a layering stencil set and an embossing folder. So they should be quite fun as well. I've seen some really nice cards made with those. And this is the piece de resistance. And this is what I have been saving up for so long. The Stampwheel 2.0. I'm going to take this out now and let you have a look at it. So first of all, it comes in an absolutely beautiful box. I'm going to try and raise up the camera so you can see this a bit better. I think you can see that a bit better now. Beautiful, beautiful box. And inside is the stamp wheel. Now this is not cheap. I'll get the elephant in the room out of the way first. This cost about £100 from the Altenew website. That price point is not going to be for everyone, but I've wanted this for a long time and I've been saving up for a long time just so I can get this. Whatever you think of the price, I do know that research, development, design, testing, apparently it costs a lot of money, like a lot. Whether or not you think it's worth it is entirely up to you, but that's a moot point for me because they didn't force me to buy it. I wanted to buy this and I was saving up for it, and I've been quite excited for it for a number of reasons. So we'll take it out, and it comes with the original sticky mat. That's one of the reasons I like this, because it comes with a sticky mat inside. I don't like using stamping platforms with magnets. I don't think magnets are stable. The card can shift and then that's your project ruined. Unless you're very good at stamping and getting it right, it's going to be impossible. You would have to throw it away or start again. So that's why in my other stamping platforms, like my Sizzix one and my Tim Holtz one, I always put a sticky sheet down. So that's why I'm pleased this has come with a sticky mat. And this is the lid. This is where you would pick up your stamps. And it does have a cover on the non-textured side, which is why it looks a little bit cloudy. Right, and notice, I don't know if you can see there, but it has like a hole at the top there, and I think that's so you can store it. And as well, it's a good indicator of when you use it for your stamp platform. If you're using it for wreath building, then that's a good indicator of from where you started. Some people put like ceramic dots in each corner so they can keep a track of the cover when they're wreath building. And if you notice, that has like a little crosshair in the center. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that has like a little crosshair in the center, so that's good. And if you keep that at the top and the crosshair there, and all of these lines here are good indicators as to where you should place your stamp, especially if you're wreath building. So they are good guides. So I'm going to take this out and give you a better look. So I know a lot of people use the original stamp wheel, and it's smaller than this, and like most stamping platforms like your Misty and things like that, you are sort of constrained to the size of the stamp wheel. But this one has a side that you can remove there if you want to use sort of longer sheets. The one thing I would wish is that this bottom part will come off as well, and then you're not constrained to any particular size. It doesn't bother me because I don't use like 12 by 12 sheets or anything like that, but I know some people do, people who scrapbookers and things like that, they would prefer a larger space. So that's why I like my Tim Holtz stamping platform, because it's completely open at two sides, which means you're not constrained to the size of the platform itself. So I do think that if the bottom came off as well as the side, this would probably be the perfect tool. But you never know, they might come out with another one later along the line. So anyway, what you do to get this set up, you take your sticky mat. Right, before I insert the sticky mat, I do want to show you something else that I bought as well. Obviously this is optional, but this is a slim grip sticky mat. I got there's translucent and there's black, and you can put these on the bottom. So what this does, it gives you a guide for your cardstock, but it's also sticky. So if you want to use this stamp wheel with red rubber stamps, which are much thicker, you can take out this mat, and then you can use your red rubber sticky stamps as well, because obviously they're thicker and you won't be able to do it using that. So I'm going to take this off and put that on as well. Right, this one's in inches, and that's going to go in there like that. Whoops, I shouldn't have put that in before I got it sorted. Silly Billy. Right, does it have... oh, it has one on either side. Oh, that's good. So you can fit this in, just put it into the corner, lay it down flat, and then you can take off, which I should have done again before I put it in. So that is there permanently. If you want it to be permanent, you can leave it there, and that gives you a really good guide. And you can see it even through this, as I'll show you. So this comes covered on both sides with a plastic, like an acetate sheet. And if you've used these sticky grid mats before, you'll know that it can be a bit of an effort to get it off. And do be careful, because we don't want to stretch this mat, because this sticky mat is basically just a giant photopolymer stamp. Oh, wow. So one side is textured and the other side is flat. You put the textured side down, making sure there are no bubbles. So that went on quite nicely actually, and I can't see any air bubbles or anything in there. But if you look now, you can see that grid underneath it. You can see those guides for your card. So I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to see it properly through the sticky mat, but you can, so that's a good thing. So I know that people who had the original stamp wheel, they would take the cover off the sticky mat and put it down underneath there instead of that guide, and they would just use that instead. So that's also something you can do. You can also keep this to keep your sticky mat dust free if you want, but it is a hassle getting it off every time. But this fits in so nicely into those corners. Yeah, that fits in really nicely, so this shouldn't get any dust in anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the video there, and my next video will be showing you how to use this. So I want to do a proper review on it. I'm going to get used to it first, and then in a few days maybe come back with a video showing you how to use this, all the different things you can do. So the first reason I wanted this is to replace the stamping platforms and the stenciling tools that I already have. So, and I just want one, because my craft room is so cluttered, and my very first stamping platform was the Sizzix one. It's about so big, like an A4 size, and it comes with stencil adapters and things like that, so you can stencil with it, you can stamp with it, like a hinge stamping platform, and you can also buy an attachment that allows you to do wreath stamping as well. So those tools have served me well over the years. I don't regret buying them in the least, but I would like to get rid of as many tools as I possibly can, and this one is great. I can get rid of my sticky mats, I can get rid of my stamping platforms, I can get rid of any stenciling tools that I have, because this does it all. So I'm going to try and get used to this first and see how I handle it and whether it's going to be worth it for me. This is a personal decision because it is very expensive, but like I say, I have been saving up for it and I have been quite excited for it. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see an in-depth tutorial on how to use all of the features of this and the different things that it can do, and I'll be more than happy to do that. One more thing I wanted to show you before I sign off with these Stampwheel center alignment guides. So for instance, if I wanted to do a card, say an A2 card, they have the different sizes on so you can see. If I wanted to make an A2 card, which is my preferred size, but I do occasionally make other ones as well. Oh, you could just take that off. What you would do, remove the lid. You would fit that into the corner as accurately as you can. And then when you put down your A2 card, it is exactly in the centre of the platform. Then you can do whatever you need to do on it. So I think they're going to be quite handy as well. And also I have seen people take these out and just use them separately as a sticky mat, like for stenciling and blending. And talking about stenciling and blending, one thing I do thoroughly recommend is that you do not be too precious about this sticky mat, because when you're stenciling and blending on a sticky mat, it is more than likely going to get stained. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you clean it with water and a paper towel or a lint-free cloth after every use, then that staining is not going to affect future projects at all. It's just normal everyday use. It probably is going to get stained, and it probably could end up getting quite badly stained. I have seen people go to great lengths to not get the sticky mat stained, and it gets to the point where it's completely unusable for its intended purpose. So there's no point to that. You've bought it, use it, and you can always replace it if it gets too bad. But like I say, don't be too precious about it. Accept the fact it is going to get stained, and then every time you use it, when it does get stained, you're not going to be crying about it. So that's just one thing to know about this. And as I said before, it is basically one giant photopolymer stamp. I have actually seen people stamp with a textured side on their projects, and that looks quite nice, gives a nice sort of geometric pattern, but that's by the by. You can also use these for reverse stamping as well, which is another good way to use it. But there are so many different things you can do with this, and like I say, I will come back with a video showing you the different things that you can do, and let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to see. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate every single one of my viewers, and if you've stayed to the end, especially thank you, because it really does help the channel. Thank you so much and have an amazing day. Bye bye now.